Our first activity in this section is called Making Shadows. Shadows have always been something fascinating for children, whether it has been looking for them in the school playground, making them with a torch at home, or sometimes maybe even being a little afraid of them. Often on a bright and sunny day, you'll find children noticing and perhaps even chasing their shadow around the schoolyard. Why not engage this enthusiasm and natural curiosity by exploring this topic further with them, firstly in school, and then consider how this area might be extended through activities in the home. In this activity, we will make links with different aspects of the science curriculum and the maths curriculum, namely light and materials in science and shape and space in maths, while also ensuring to consider which STEM skills we are developing throughout the task. Perhaps in school, the playground really is a great starting point with the younger classes, where children might experiment through play with their own shadow or the shadows of their friends. Guiding questions for them could include, can you make your shadow taller or shorter? What happens if you run or jump? Can you work with a friend to make different shapes? Perhaps older children can begin wondering about shadows a little more deeply and can consider various questions that they may have about shadows. They might, for example, already know that the sun is involved in creating their shadow, but may wonder why their shadow appears to behave in certain ways. Why not encourage them to think up some of their own questions as they explore their shadow through play? They might wonder, for example, why they cannot see their eyes in their own shadow, but if they turn to the side, they can see their nose. Perhaps children could be encouraged to decide on some testable questions based on their explorations to try out at home later that evening or at some stage during the week. Testable questions are those that can be answered through hands-on investigation by the pupil, such as, do different light sources make lighter or darker shadows? Or, do transparent materials have shadows at all? Some questions that children may have will not be testable questions, but they might be able to research the answer to these questions themselves at a later point. In order to investigate some of the testable questions that children may ask, such as the list shown here, they will have to carry out investigations either in class or at home. Once a child has written a list of testable questions, it is important for them to decide on which of the questions they will focus on, as you can see here. Whether the children decide to investigate making shadow puppets, as can be seen in this activity available on Explorify, or they are wondering about what shapes they can make using shadows, such as this wonderful question from Enrich. This type of thinking provides an excellent opportunity to engage in blended learning, combining the investigations originally done in the schoolyard with some small-scale investigations on the child's focused, testable question at home. Perhaps some children may wish to use an inquiry sheet, such as this one, as seen here, available on our website in English, agus as Gaeilge, to help focus their investigation that little bit further. This task really has an endless list of possibilities. Once the child has decided on which testable question is going to be the focus for their investigation at home, it is important to consider how their work at home will be recorded. Some children may be in a position to record their work with a photograph or a video. They may even be able to add it to a digital portfolio on Seesaw or Google Classroom, while other children may wish to write a short description or draw a picture of what happened when they tested their question.